All right, take a breath for a second, because what you're about to hear is not taught in schools, not explained on the news, and rarely discussed honestly. When people talk about America's money, they usually say one simple line: the government controls it. That sounds logical. It feels safe, but it's also incomplete, because the real system that controls America's money is far more subtle, far more powerful, and far more misunderstood than most people realize. And once you see it clearly, you'll never look at dollars the same way again. Every dollar you've ever held feels solid, official, almost permanent. But here's the uncomfortable truth: money in America is not what most people think it is. It's not just printed paper backed by gold. It's not simply numbers in a bank account. It's a system of trust, debt, incentives, and control that operates quietly in the background while everyday life goes on as usual. And the most important part? It doesn't need to announce itself to work perfectly. Let's start with a simple question that almost no one asks: where does money actually come from? Most people imagine giant printing presses running day and night. That image is misleading. Physical cash is only a tiny fraction of the money supply. The real money, the kind that moves markets and shapes governments, is created digitally, and it's created primarily through debt. Every time new money enters the system, someone, somewhere, owes it back with interest. That detail alone changes everything. Now, here's where things get interesting. The U.S. Instead, it relies on a central banking system that operates independently from elected officials. This system decides how much money exists, how expensive it is to borrow, and how fast or slow the economy should move. On paper, it's designed to be neutral, technical, and apolitical. In reality, its decisions quietly affect inflation, jobs, housing prices, stock markets, and even geopolitical power. Think about inflation for a moment. When prices rise, most people blame corporations, supply chains, or global events. Those play a role, yes, but inflation is fundamentally a monetary phenomenon. It's what happens when the value of money itself is diluted, and dilution doesn't feel dramatic at first. It's gradual, silent, almost polite. Your salary number might go up, but what it can buy slowly goes down. And because it happens over years, not days, most people never notice who benefited and who paid the cost. Here's the part no one explains clearly. When new money is created, it doesn't enter the economy evenly. It flows first to banks, financial institutions, and asset holders. They get access early, before prices adjust. By the time that money reaches regular workers through wages, loans, or government programs, prices have already risen. This is not an accident. It's a feature of the system, and it's one of the quiet ways wealth concentrates at the top without needing new laws or public debates. Now pause for a second and think about this. If money is created through debt and debt requires interest, then the system mathematically demands constant growth, more borrowing, more expansion, more leverage. But what happens when growth slows? When people can't borrow more? When debt becomes too heavy? So who actually controls it? And this is where confusion sets in. It's not one person, not one secret group sitting in a dark room. It's a structure, a feedback loop between central banks, governments, financial markets, and global trust in the dollar. Each part depends on the other. The government needs cheap borrowing, markets need liquidity, banks need stability, and the dollar needs global confidence. Break one piece, and the entire system shakes. This is why the U.S. dollar is so powerful internationally. It's not just a currency, it's the backbone of global trade, energy pricing, and international reserves. Countries all over the world hold dollars not because they love America, but because the system has made alternatives risky and costly. This creates an enormous advantage. It allows the U.S. to run massive deficits while exporting inflation to the rest of the world quietly, systematically, Understanding this system doesn't mean you escape it overnight, but awareness changes how you move within it, how you save, how you invest, how you measure risk, and most importantly, how you protect your future in a world where money is no longer just paper, but policy, power, and perception. If this video made you see money differently, even a little, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Videos like this don't show you what to think, they show you what to question. And in a system built on trust, the most powerful thing you can have is clarity. I'll see you in the next one.